सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is Awaken the Sacred Feminine. Understand the whole subject. Awaken the Sacred Feminine. All three are unique words. Only feminine energy can be given the word sacred. Have you ever heard sacred masculine? Only feminine energy can be given the title sacred, because when it is awakened, it does so much in your system, and it has nothing to do with your gender. That's the important thing. The gender, male or being female, nothing to do with it. It is something to do with your inner quality. And next word, awaken. Only the feminine energy, sacred feminine, need to be awakened. You already have too much masculine. The whole world is suffering with too much masculine energy. If at all politics can be handed over to women, so much good would have happened to the human society, human civilization. Unfortunately, see, if it was handed over to women, it would have been completely family-based civilization. So naturally, everybody would have had their basic needs. All the basic needs would have been supplied to the whole world. Only the feminine energy need to be awakened. Only that can be called as sacred. Let me define the sacred feminine. Understand? The extraordinary creativity. Creativity will never be possessive. There are two kinds of civilization. Creativity based civilization, agriculture based. Possession based, money based. Sacred feminine means extraordinary creativity in any field. Why it is associated with the word feminine? Because by nature, without any choice, all women experience that creativity when they carry a child. During their pregnancy, their system, even if they are unconscious about the feminine energy, even if they don't know anything about feminine energy, when they carry a child, their body is made to go through, experience sacred feminine. If you are matured enough, your being also can experience sacred feminine. So the creativity, the sacred feminine part, is an extraordinary energy. In Vedic tradition, we call this as Matrurupena Samstita. That's a beautiful sloka in Chandi, Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. O Devi, who is residing in all beings, Bhuteshu. Even the beings word is not a complete translation. Whatever exists, Sarvabhuteshu, Matrurupena Samstita, in the form of ultimate creativity, Mother, Matrurupena Samstita, who is residing, Namastasyai, Namastasyai, Namastasyai Namo Namaha. I bow down, I bow down, I bow down, I surrender. It's amazing stotra. The Vedic tradition, there are two 700 slokas, which can directly give you enlightenment, lead you to moksha. One 700 sloka is philosophy, Bhagavad Gita. The other 700 sloka is technique, Chandi, Sabdasati, which can directly lead you to enlightenment just by reciting. Nothing else need to be done. See, Bhagavad Gita is linguistic importance. Understand, try to practice. Chandi is phonetic importance. Just reciting. Nothing else. Just reciting. It can lead you to enlightenment. In Bhagavad Gita, it is more working like a light-based. Means, if you read, understand, cognitive shift, and experience enlightenment. Here, with Chandi, it is working on sound. Just a very phonetic sound. Chant or listen, enough. Work happens inside you. They call it Saptasati, 700 on Devi, the sacred 700 verses on Devi. That is the ultimate sound vibration. I can tell you, I have read lakhs of mantras, but nothing like Chandi. Nothing like Chandi. When you recite, you can feel inside your body that creativity getting expressed. The sacred feminine getting awakened. And the Devi who resides in you in the form of creativity getting awakened. The whole body will feel the intense energy just by the sound.